National Herald case. The National Herald newspaper was founded in 1937 by Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, and other freedom fighters to serve as a voice for the Indian independence movement. It was published by Associated Journals Limited, AJL, a company established in 1937 with around 5,000 freedom fighters as shareholders. AJL also published two other newspapers, Navjeevan in Hindi and Qaumi Awaaz in Urdu. Despite its historical significance, the National Herald faced persistent financial difficulties due to overstaffing, lack of revenue, and operational challenges. By 2008, AJL ceased publishing all three newspapers, accumulating significant debts, including a reported rupees 19.25 crore owed to the Congress party. Subramaniam Swamy filed a complaint in 2012, and the case began when Bharatiya Janata Party leader and economist Subramaniam Swamy filed a private complaint in a Delhi court in 2012. Swamy alleged that Congress leaders, including Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, engaged in cheating, breach of trust, and criminal misappropriation through the acquisition of AJL by a company called Young India Private Limited, YIL. What were the allegations? His allegations were that the Congress party provided an interest-free loan of rupees 90.25 crore to AJL, which Swamy claimed was illegal under the Representation of the People Act 1951 and the Income Tax Act 1961. As political parties are restricted from engaging in commercial financial transactions, AGL, unable to repay the loan, transferred its entire shareholding to YIL, Young India Limited, a Section 25 not-for-profit company incorporated in 2010 with a paid up of rupees 5 lakh. YIL was allegedly controlled by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, who together held 76% of its shares, remaining 24% of its shares with Motilal Vora and Oscar Fernandez. Swamy alleged that YIL acquired AJL's assets estimated to be worth 2,000 to 5,000 crores of rupees, and they bought it in mere 50 lakhs rupees, effectively enabling the Gandhis to gain control over these assets in a malicious manner. Swamy further claimed that this transaction constituted fraud and land grabbing, as it marginalized AJL's original shareholders and misused Congress party funds. In 2014, a Delhi trial court summoned Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez, Suman Dubey, and Sam Pitroda based on Swamy's complaint, noting prima facie evidence of criminality. The court observed that YIL appeared to be a sham entity created to convert public money for personal use. The accused challenged the summons in the Delhi High Court, which in December 2015 dismissed their pleas, stating that the probity of the Congress party was at stake and that the transactions required scrutiny. The court ordered the accused to appear before the trial court. On December 19, 2015, the Patiala House Court granted bail to Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and others. With the case scheduled for further hearing in February 2016, the Supreme Court exempted the accused from personal appearances in court but refused to quiesce the proceedings. Enforcement Directorate ED investigation in the matter. Money laundering probe. Actually, ED started money laundering probe in 2014. So in 2014, the ED initiated money laundering investigation, Money Laundering Act, based on Swamy's complaint and the Income Tax Department's probe into YIL. The ED focused on the financial transactions between AJL, YIL, and the Congress party, as well as the shareholding pattern and the use of AJL's properties. 2019, the ED permanently attached for properties worth rupees 64 crore linked to Associated Journal Limited. In 2022, the ED intensified its probe, summoning Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and other Congress leaders, including Mallikarjun Kharge, Pawan Kumar Bansal, and DK Sivakumar, for questioning. Sonia Gandhi was questioned multiple times in July 2022, and Rahul Gandhi faced extensive questioning over 5 days. The ED also temporarily sealed YIL's office in Herald House, Delhi. In November 2023, the EED issued a provisional order to attach properties worth rupees 751.9 crore, including AJL's immobile assets worth 661.69 crores in Delhi, Mumbai, and Lucknow, and YIL's equity shares in AJL. The ED alleged that AJL used properties acquired at concessional rates for commercial purposes after ceasing publication in 2008, and that YIL's acquisition of AJL cheated AJL shareholders and Congress donors. The authorities upheld this attachment in 2023. In April 2025, the ED filed a charge sheet against Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and others in the money laundering case, marking a significant escalation. This followed the attachment of assets and ongoing investigations into the financial dealings of AJL and YIL. Income tax reassessment. In 2018, the Supreme Court allowed the Income Tax Department to reassess the 2011-12 tax filing of Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, focusing on their income for YIL shares. The department issued notices alleging the Rahul Gandhi shares in YIL resulted in an income of rupees 154 crore. The trial court proceedings, ongoing for over a decade, have been delayed by issues such as the admissibility of income tax records and the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2020, Swamy approached the Delhi High Court to challenge a trial court decision on document admissibility, leading to a stay on the trial, with the next hearing scheduled for July 2022. In 2023, Rahul Gandhi required court clearance for an ordinary passport due to his status as an accused in the case. The case remains active in both the trial court for Swamy's original complaint and the ED's money laundering probe. The charge sheet filed by the ED on April 15, 2025 against Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and others has intensified political tensions, with the Congress alleging political vendetta ahead of upcoming elections. The trial court proceedings are ongoing, with Swamy seeking to introduce additional evidence while the ED continues to investigate financial irregularities and asset misuse. Assets worth rupees 751 crore remain attached, and the PMLA adjudicating authorities' confirmation of the attachment has been a significant setback for the Congress. The Congress party has consistently denied the allegations, framing the National Herald case as a politically motivated attack by the BJP-led government to suppress opposition voices. Congress has clearly mentioned the purpose of the loan. Congress has clarified its stand on the purpose of the loan. The Congress asserts that the 90.25 crore loan provided to Associate Journals Limited between 2002 and 2011 was intended to revive the National Herald, a newspaper with historical significance as a legacy of the freedom struggle. The loan was disbursed in approximately 100 installments to cover salaries, voluntary retirement schemes, VRS, for employees. They spent 67 crores for their VRS, and government dues such as electric charges, house tax, and tenancy charges. The party emphasizes that supporting the newspaper was not a commercial transaction, but a commitment to preserving the Congress's ideological voice, as symbolized by Nehru's statement, quote, "I will not let National Herald close, even I have to sell Anand Bhavan," unquote. The Congress argues that providing a loan to AJL, not a criminal offense under Indian law. They cite 2012 later from the Election Commission of India to Subramaniam Swamy, which clarified that the Representation of the People Act does not prohibit or control expenditure by a political party. The loan was transparently recorded in the Congress party's audited books of accounts and submitted to the Election Commission, refuting claims of illegality or concealment. When AGL was unable to repay the 90 crore loan, it was converted into equity shares of AJL, which were allocated to IL, a Section 25 not for profit company. The Congress explains that it cannot legally own equity shares, necessitating the creating of YIL to hold AJL shares. YIL shareholders, including Sonia, Rahul Gandhi, Motilal Vora, and Oscar Fernandez, are prohibited by law for receiving dividends, profits, salaries, or any financial benefits from a not-for-profit company. Thus, the Congress argued that no personal financial gain or profit motive were behind, included in this case. So, no money laundering or asset transfer has taken place. The Congress contends that the ED's money laundering probe is baseless, as there was no movement of money, transfer of immovable properties, or proceeds of crime. They argue that the PMLA requires a predicate offense which is absent in the case and that no complainant has claimed to be cheated. The Congress party maintains that AGL's assets remain with AGL and YL's acquisition of AGL shares was a legitimate transaction to extinguish AGL's debt and ensure the newspaper's revival. The Congress alleges that the case is a prefabricated structure of deceit, lies, and falsehood, orchestrated by the BJP to harass opposition leaders and divert attention from electoral challenges. They point to the timing of ED actions, such as the 2023 asset attachment during state elections and the 2025 charge sheet, and evidence of political motives. Congress leaders, including Abhishek Singhvi, Mallikarjun Kharge, and Rahul Gandhi, have accused the BJP of misusing central agencies like the ED, CBI, and Income Tax Department to target political opponents. Rahul Gandhi has publicly stated that he is not afraid of the ED's actions and views them as an attempt to intimidate the opposition. The Congress highlights that the transactions enabled AJL to declare its first profit in years in 2011-12 and facilitated the relaunch of the National Herald as a digital publication in 2016. They argued that these outcomes demonstrate the intent to preserve a national legacy, not to misappropriate funds or assets. The party underscores the National Herald's role as a symbol of the freedom struggle founded by Nehru and banned by the British in 1942 during the Quit India movement. They liken the BJP's actions to colonial efforts to suppress the Congress's voice, framing the case as an attack on the party's ideological heritage. While the Congress presents the transactions as legitimate efforts to revive a struggling newspaper, critics including Swamy and the ED argue that the structure of the deal, particularly the transfer of AGL's valuable assets to YIL for a nominal amount, raises questions about transparency and intent. The ED's findings suggest that AJL's shift to commercial use of properties and the marginalization of its original shareholders could indicate a breach of trust. However, the Congress's point about the absence of personal financial gain for YIL shareholders due to its not-for-profit status complicates the narrative of fraud. The ongoing legal proceedings and the ED's charge sheet will likely determine whether the transactions constitute criminal activity or lawful financial restructuring. Thank you.